One of the ways that you can really hedge off inflation, in my opinion, is by printing more money, which we do. This country does. So
I'm
what's
a fan of printing more money.
What's the best
Just kidding.
hedge against inflation? Land. Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Scottsdale, Arizona.
Our customer service people have requested State of the Union, real estate in 2021.
This is important because I always want to know what's in your head. And I'm sure I'm not alone. Things pop up like, an area might see a slowing. We all knew 2020 and 2021, people are moving around, mortgage rates are down, like mortgage rates is one. There's so many big things going on. I'm worried about mortgage rates, I'm worried about lumber prices, I'm worried about finding a builder, I'm worried about it slowing down, I'm worried about the bottom falling out, I'm worried about making a mistake, I'm worried about spending so much money on all these properties and it all get turned off tomorrow with another COVID strain, COVID 20. So, please, Stephen, will you help us and put our minds to rest? And please tell us what's important right now and what should we really care about and be watching?
Here's the good news. The fact that this is even getting any attention or getting discussed is great. You should be thinking about this stuff all the time. I've spent my entire career thinking, wow, is this going to crash? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? It's the word for it is speculation. And so this is the strangest real estate market I've ever seen.
More than the last one?
Oh, way more.
Thank you.
So the last crash, that's really what everybody's asking is when is this going to end? When is this going to crash? It's not. It's not going to crash. It's going to level out. Supply will eventually catch up with demand. Prices will flatten out or just remain going up slightly. There's three things that work here and why we're seeing this just hyper demand in real estate. And lands, I include land in this. Number one, mortgage rates are cheap, historically cheap. When Jill and I were kids, mortgage rates were 17%. So we have much more technology, and meaning if people make decisions at the federal level about things like this, have a lot more access to data. They had no access to data in the 70s, really. This is before the internet. So they're intelligently and correctly, I think, keeping mortgage rates low, number one. Number two, interest rates, Number two, the COVID happened, and with the stay-at-home thing, companies, and I include Jill and I in this, who have a lot of employees, got rid of their offices. We literally got rid of our office. And the people who can take responsibility for themselves and perform and are accountable for their performance at home, we sent them all home, and they're happy.
They made
we gave
the
them
cut.
raises.
The ones that couldn't aren't here with us anymore.
We actually gave everybody a raise
Yeah.
and said, enjoy yourself at home. And we'll get together once in a while. And usually for drinks, we don't even work. So there's that stay-at-home thing that I don't think now is going to change. Like, I know Google's not back for sure.
They give them a full year to July.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do after July.
So companies are realizing that employees are happier at home, where they can raise their kids and do their job and on and on. So there's a stay-at-home thing that's not going to substantially not going to revert back after the COVID's over. And then finally, people are actually staying at home, so they want to clean their house out or they want to move. They don't need to live in downtown San Francisco if you work for Google anymore. You can go to the Philippines if you want or whatever. So in a regular year, about 20% of the population moves. Last year, it was closer to 40%. It's double.
It's amazing.
This is creating, so what about lumber prices? This is creating a massive and significant over normal demand for stuff. Jill and I just bought an RV, and if we would have ordered a new one, they were a year and a half out.
Yep.
So all these companies are having record years, manufacturing companies specifically. So there's all these things that are going on. Why do we care about lumber prices? We don't. I don't care about lumber prices. Is it going to make prices go up for houses? Yeah. Is that bad? I don't think so. Every article I read, I'm going to rant here for a second. It has a title like this. You just can't buy a house anymore. Every single house.
Fear tactic.
It's bidding. There's a bidding war. I can't afford it. These are all written by very young journalists who are feeling left out.
They want you to read their article.
Here's the article I would write. You're a homeowner. Kick ass for you. You're winning.
Yeah.
But nobody ever looks at it from that perspective.
Right.
I'm not sure why. It's like someone who's wrecking young people's dreams or something. No, that's not what's happening at all. The COVID happened. That's what happened. And these markets are responding, as they should.
What about the millennials? Is that worth talking about or not? Not even a big deal?
The millennials are the smartest generation and the largest generation that has ever existed ever. They're the most tech proficient. They're the most educated, and they want the same things that everybody wants. They want to buy a house. They want a couple of kids. And so, yeah, stuff's going to be more expensive, but it would have been more expensive anyway. The good news is this. You don't have to live in San Francisco anymore. You can go live in Illinois. There's houses in Illinois that are $20,000 that you can drive right up and turn the key in, and it's great. So I don't buy a lot of this stuff. That's the truth.
Thank you.
And nothing's going to crash. It's going to plane out. It's going to kind of revert back.
Because there's nothing funny going on, is what you're saying too. It's not like there's.
Okay, yeah. Let me finish.
It's not being propped up.
Let me finish with that.
Okay.
It crashed last time because the way mortgages were getting issued was borderline fraudulent. There was just a lot of numbers games and crazy stuff, and all the laws changed. That administration dramatically changed that industry, I think, for the much better. It's a little bit more. Usually I'm not a big fan of all this regulation and stuff, but it was predatory. And it cracked the foundation that the lenders in the entire country were built on, and caused the stock market to really crash, and investment banks were going bankrupt. It was terrible. Jill and I were buying what are now $300,000 houses for $20,000 and $30,000 and $40,000. And we couldn't get, there was no financing for them. There's nothing like that going on this time.
Thank you. I feel much better now.
Do you?
I will sleep well tonight. That's all I wanted to know. I just wanted you to please address for all of us, because I see little things pop in, in land investors in Discord, and like, I just read this, and I just read that. So I want to make sure everybody's like, you should be watching that. You should be aware of this. It's kind of like, how you drive. You're driving down the road. You're aware of a bicycle on the sidewalk. I see some flashing lights there. Your peripheral vision is catching all this stuff, but it's not enough to swerve and slam on the brakes. You're just paying attention. So that's how I want you to I want you to take away from this. So don't be worried that the bottom's going to fall out.
We're headed into an inflationary period. Is it going to change our lives day to day? I don't think so. Are we going to see 17% mortgage rates? No.
Not overnight.
No, it'll never. I don't believe it'll ever get that high again.
Yeah.
That was for lack of information. And then one of the ways that you can really hedge off inflation, in my opinion, is by printing more money, which we do. This country does. And a lot of people disagree with that, but I agree with it. So
I'm
what's
a
the
fan
best?
of printing more money.
What's the best?
Just kidding.
Hedge against inflation? Land. And I'll leave it at that.
Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week, you can find us right here on the Land Academy Show. Do you need to send out a few thousand offers to property owners like us? Check out offers2owners.com. It's offers, the number 2, owners.com. No setup fees, free mail merge, and exceptional customer service. We should know because it's our company. Give Offers to Owners a call today. We are Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable, and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.